Michele Lau. I'm the diamond expert for QVC US, and today we are going to be taking a look at some beautiful diamond jewelry from QVC. Now, this is not a sales show, so don't expect that, but I will give you the item numbers and the prices in case you have an interest, because it's hard to connect with you after the fact to do that. Now, Mama Pat, your moderator, is also standing by, and she will also put the item numbers in the chat for you that way as well. So if you do want something, you have an opportunity, but mostly I want to answer your questions. I want to hear what you're looking for in the world of diamonds. So if you do have anything that you want to see, hear, or talk about, put it in the chat and we'll address it right away. All right, so I want to get started real fast today because there's so much to do. I am heading back to Pennsylvania so that I can be on QVC tomorrow morning at 1 a.m. talking about diamonds. I hope you can join us then. The cover girl today is a ring that I absolutely adore. It's coming up about midway through the show. It's this one here that alternates between sort of topsy-turvy teardrop shapes and then round, brilliant cut diamonds. So they go back and forth amongst themselves to create this beautiful blaze of color that is really significant. This is one of the few items that we do have in solid gold in our inventory right now, but we hear you loud and clear. You want more of it. We're going to be bringing more of it very, very soon. During this show, it will all be Firelight lab-grown diamonds. So let's dig in. Again, I'm so happy to be with you here today, and thank you so much for coming by. I do see that Mama Pat is in the chat, so hi Mom, how you doing this morning? Again, everybody say hi, give us a couple of thumbs up so that we know that you're there, but know that we always really count on you for your feedback, and I really appreciate it a lot. The very first item is J459389. It is a love knot, also called a marriage knot. The whole love knot concept actually started and sort of emulated into the term tie the knot. So what that went to historically is it went to this design that was built into the corsets for brides back in the day. And so that's how the whole concept of love knot evolved. We also hear it called the sailor's knot quite a bit. So women that love the ocean like I do, or just love, the whole concept of being outdoors, also are drawn to these. They've been, reconfigured in so many different ways over the years, but I will tell you that this is the first pair that I've ever presented that's all completely encrusted with diamonds. So that makes it, I think, really beautiful if you love diamonds like I do. There's 60 points over 1/2 of a carat. This is $389.99 at QVC.com. If you do have an interest, they have it under J459389. And it is on 2 easy pay of $195 if you do have an interest. It's about 40% off, so they're a really good bargain. But I wanted to start with a classic that had meaning that we don't talk about a lot. Another name for it is called the Hercules knot, and it is a symbol of power and strength, whether it be in your relationship or you personally achieving a goal like that. But I like that they're round and they're just the right size at about 1/4 of an inch. So they come off the body a little bit. They're not completely flush to your earlobe. And I think the dimension is what's so beautiful. And the way the diamonds are set around them so that from every angle, they grabbed color and light. So I mentioned at the beginning that everything is either on clearance or on sale. This is an item that is on clearance, so that means at Q it won't ever be coming back again. But when you get down to these 40% off, 45% off bargains, it's really kind of a fun time to play or try something new. Lab-grown diamonds are new. Technologically, they are very, very advanced. They are chemically, physically, optically real diamonds. They just come from a laboratory and not from the earth. So instead of taking billions of years in the Earth's crust to develop, we can grow them faster, which means they're much less expensive. These earrings have got a nice long post, not so long that you couldn't sleep in them if you'd like. I've had more comfortable earrings to sleep in though, because they do stand up a little bit away from your body. But they're long enough where even if your earlobe is thick, you can easily get the post through. And they've got 2 notches on the back, which adds to security. But whether you're shopping at QVC or anywhere, you should keep that in mind because it's not only security, but it also gives you the right fit for your earlobes, right? So that the earrings don't flop forward. So that's just a little style insider tip to look for. They do come with butterfly clutch backs, And so they will sit just perfectly on your ears. They give you a great silhouette, something I think you're really gonna like as far as dramatic impact goes. And you can see them on the Lovely A Day, which is one of our familiar faces at QVC. Again, I'm a diamond expert. I'm certified in diamonds and colored gemstones through the Gemological Institute of America. And every single one of our diamonds that we're seeing today have been sent to the GIA to be inspected for QVC's quality assurance to be sure that you get maybe better than what you expected to be able to buy for the price. They are all going to be VS plus, which means the clarity is going to fall between flawless and very slightly included. So that's in the top tier, and every diamond here will be HI near colorless. The next item up is something that initially, the first day I saw this and the first day we introduced it, I wore it as a standalone ring. And I thought it was really kind of unusual and beautiful. The way that it's a bit asymmetrical, also super artistic, a little boho chic. So if those words speak to you, you might want to look at this style. But then I started to stack it with a brilliant round solitaire. And I discovered they make the most incredible kind of avant-garde ring guards. So I took a picture of it tipped one way and the other, two different colors too. It does come in yellow gold or white gold. I think this one's solid too. Yep, solid yellow gold or white gold. And so if you wanted to put a teardrop shape in it, or even a marquee, or even I used a brilliant round that day and it looked phenomenal. I mean, it took a ring that was already nice and just made it like stand out, crazy stand out. So you might want to try that. It's a very, very good look. I love the delicate tracery here. The way that it's shaped is super feminine and beautiful. This is item number, if I haven't said so, J459385 at QVC.com. And by the way, if you wouldn't mind, if you like what you're hearing here and you'd like to learn more about your jewelry, whether you buy it at Q or anywhere else, please do subscribe, because Mama Pat and I get together and do this every Wednesday. We actually live stream on Monday and on Wednesday. Monday is at QVC.com and Wednesday is here on YouTube. So thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. There's the white gold. Here's the yellow gold. Again, you could size this or have it sized if need be. The sizes were selling very quickly on it, and it is on clearance. So keep that in mind when you're shopping. It's also nice to wear on in an unexpected way, like maybe on an index finger, or if you were lucky enough to snag a really tiny one, a smaller one like a size 4. If you don't wear a 4 on your ring finger, but you can on your pinky finger, that's kind of fun and very much on trend. Rings are being worn, and this came out at the JCK show in Las Vegas. Band rings, unusual ones in particular, are really hot right now because people are not just stacking vertically like we're accustomed to, where we build our stack like I did with the Today Special Value that we had last week, but they're also building stacks horizontally. So really, if there were two words that I kept hearing about that were talked about over and over again from JCK, it was band rings, diamond band rings. I should go with 3 words because in the diamond section, it just bands galore, tons of them. So even though with lab grown diamonds, we can grow them huge, to me, a 5 carat, 7 carat solitaire is a really big ring and super aspirational, but we can get very realistic looking pieces that look like they could have come from the earth or could have come from the lab. Again, you're getting better quality as far as clarity goes. You're getting that top tier in colorless quality. And I think this brings up another one of the 4 C's, and that's the conversation about cut. Where you buy your lab-grown diamonds matter. QVC has curated a really solid group of growers and vendors that we're working with, and the cutting portion of it is so important because when you're cutting a teardrop shape, if it's cut wrong or cut the least bit off kilter, you leak light from the keel line of that gemstone. You don't want that to happen. You want the light to be very even through the stone. So if she wants, let's say, a nice big juicy pear-shaped solitaire for an engagement ring, or you're thinking of upgrading, cut is probably the most important thing in the teardrop shapes. So just keep that in mind when you're shopping for them. And if I can ever help you at all, reach out to me. My personal email is hello@youaresolidgold.com, because you are, and I want to help you in your diamond journey. I know it can be confusing. It doesn't have to be. And it's a little mysterious, but we can demystify all of that and make it a very easy choice for you. So I'm happy to help with that. This 3-row ring is $1,579.99 at QVC.com. That's 35% off. It is also on clearance, which means it's not coming back, sadly. It was $24.98. This is 43% off. Now I just want to scan quickly. I think that this is our best sale price. Yeah, everything else is still really good, but actually this one and the very last item in the show have the same discount. So stay with us because there's something really special right at the end too. Completely different from this, and I think you're gonna love it. All right, so 2 easy pays of $7.90 if you have an interest in that ring. Here you see the elevation of it from the side, the beautiful gallery look. There is so much intricacy to this piece. Hi, how are you? So much intricacy to what you're seeing, and I think you're gonna enjoy it. It's just a really great ring with a more avant-garde flair. If you love symmetry, maybe you're a Gemini and you like things very neat and tidy, or a Virgo, really more Virgo than Gemini, this ring is not for you. But if you are a little more free-spirited, like a Sagittarian or some of our other signs of the zodiac, I think you're gonna really be attracted to the beauty of the artistry of this piece, because it really is a very artistic, very beautiful item. Again, I want to mention, in case you did just join us, my name is Michele Lau. I work for QVC as a diamond expert, among other things. But I did want to invite you to join us tonight into tomorrow morning at 1 a.m. I've got an hour of beautiful diamond jewelry for you on the Q on the main channel. So hopefully you can join us then. It's going to be fun. Here's a day wearing that gorgeous ring. I love the way the jewelry gleams. I love the way the diamonds shine. There is just such a joy in it, right? It's like so uplifting and hopeful and happy. And I don't know, I need a little bit of that. And I think this looks pretty darn good. All right, next up, the cover girl. This is where we're gonna linger just a wee little bit because it is spectacular. You know, the inspiration for this started with a top seller that was very wide. We did sort of a big pear and round piece that was probably close to 1/2 of an inch across the top of the hand. And it was stunning. A little pricey, but stunning, and a bestseller. Again, through meetings like this that we have with you, and put your thoughts and your wishes in the chat and we'll try to make it happen for you. People said, I love that design, but I want to scale it back so that it's more wearable as a wedding band or more wearable as an everyday piece rather than so cocktaily, right? So that's how this was born. And same beautiful silhouette where the pairs go topsy-turvy across the front of the band, and then the brilliant rounds are spotting in between, and it looks random, almost like a cobblestone walkway or a flagstone path through the trees, but it's very measured, it's very planned out, so everything is orderly and beautiful. The light just goes pow. I mean, it is powerful. The reason is the facet arrangement in the pairs next to the brilliant rounds. Diamonds love light, and they love to throw light to one another, and it creates this synergy that's really beautiful. So in the teardrop shape, which is a hybrid cut between a marquee and an oval, it's as if they had a baby, you have a difficulty in getting that cut right, which I mentioned earlier. I want you to really take a look at the even sparkle throughout that gemstone, but throughout that ring, because you're going to love the way it shines in the light. There is no dark spots or leaks of light. And in fact, it's the brilliant rounds, the smaller rounds, that carry the power in this piece, because with their 58 facets, they give you the best vitality of any cut of diamond in the world. It is the #1 shape and cut because it throws the most powerful light. So you put that next to the drama and the impact of the teardrop shapes, and oh my gosh, I mean, it's just an amazing ring and an amazing price. This is $12.47 today, right now at QVC.com. Prices change, easy pays change, but for this moment, it's on 3 easy pays of $4.16. So you might want to check it out. It also is in solid gold. Again, you ask for more solid gold. I really do try to bring in what you say you want, what you'd like to see more of. And here she is in all her glory. It comes in solid white gold, but it also comes in solid yellow gold. And yes, it could be sized gently. I don't like to alter the architecture of the jewelry because it's like making shoes. When they make shoes, they use different lasts, which is the form, for different sizes, right? And so you wouldn't try to make a size 8 shoe on a size 6 last, right? Or you wouldn't want to make a size 6 on an 8 last. If you can afford to get, or are fast enough to get your size, you don't have to worry about ruining the architecture of that piece and potentially losing a diamond. Now, to give you better peace of mind, and I'm I had a lot to do with this, I'm very proud to say. We are now offering some insurance, which is very inexpensive, that you can buy through our Allstate program at QVC.com if you'd like. Super inexpensive, really convenient. People say, well, why don't you offer, lifetime free like Dominique does, for example, which is a CZ collection at QVC. The reason that we can't do that in diamonds is the rarity, the scarcity, the value of diamonds and gold. It's much easier to replace a ring for $26 in crystal in CZ than it is to replace these beautiful, diamonds in solid gold. So that's why. But I really love that we're offering that now for those that do want that extra peace of mind and don't want the hassle of having to be without their ring to have it appraised or looked at. We associate with the GIA. The Gemological Institute of America examines every diamond so that we know that the diamonds that we bring to you are A, truly diamonds, B, are, what we say they are, and that is at that flawless to very slightly included clarity, and HI near colorless quality. So you get a really fine product at QVC. Those letters and those things that people talk about at the jewelry counter do not have to be that hard to understand. And so if you have any questions on it, I'm happy to try to sort it out for you. But most people, when they ask me where they should buy for the best value, I tell them lower than what you're getting here in Firelight. But when you can get better for less, then why not? And this is our brand standard in Firelight, which is pretty darned awesome. Again, it's been around since 2000. We've in development since 2017. It actually launched at QVC in 2019, and I'm very proud to say that Rick Domeyer and I were the first team on television to do diamond education in lab grown. So I think our customers that are QVC customers understand it probably better than most people out there in the general marketplace. But that's why I'm here on YouTube today. So whether you shop there or you don't shop there, it doesn't matter to me. I just want to hear your feedback. I want to help you on the journey. So let me know what I can do to help you. Okay, next one up is, let's take a look at it on. Again, isn't that just so charming? I'll tell you, the host I was working with the first and last time that this was brought up, fell in love with it as a wedding band, and it would be phenomenal. It's also next to a solid band of silver or gold. It looks great. I love it next to my Brilliant Round, my Firelight Brilliant Rose. I think it stands up very well. And this was actually created by a company that I brought into QVC, I should say helped to bring into QVC. I found them through the Women's Jewelry Association. I sat on the International Board of Directors for several years and got to know this company. And they are full of female designers. They do a great job. They're very philanthropic with the money that they make. And we appreciate them so much for the quality, the refinement in their manufacturing. So I give it 2 thumbs up every day of the week on 3 easy pay of $416. Again, that's $464,907. If you did join me late, I would love it if you would subscribe or like to what we're doing here. I'm not paid to do this. This is something that Mom and I do because it's fun. We're not affiliates. We just want you to have the information you need so that when you walk into a jewelry store, you are very, very comfortable. I want to make sure that I'm on the right piece. Oh, you're seeing a close-up. You can tell I like this ring a lot. Well, hi. Hi. I'm so glad to see you there. And thank you for throwing those hearts. It's very, very sweet. I don't see very well, obviously, anymore, so I can't see who's all there, but Mom is taking notes for me, and she's keeping track so that I can reach out to any of you that might have questions after the fact. So, and again, you can always write me a note at hello@youaresolidgold.com. This is what I need it to be. Wow, I really went crazy on the close-ups on these, didn't I? I guess you could tell I like it a lot. All right. You probably have noticed, if you do follow jewelry trends, that the whole equestrian movement is really big, but there are certain classic designs that have been around forever and will never go out of style, and the horseshoe is one of them. This horseshoe is made in diamonds and gold. It again is solid 14 karat gold, and it's on clearance. It's from our Affinity Diamonds from the Earth brand. So this one will be HI near colorless, I2 or better clarity. It is so pretty. It's about a half an inch in size. So it's right in between the bitsy style and your average style in a pendant. So it layers gorgeously with whatever you put it on with. Sean Killinger the other night had it on with her bitsy cross. She's got a really cute little cross, and she had another necklace. I can't remember. I think it was just a solitaire. And then she had this on with it, and it looked great. She and I had a discussion on the air that night about horseshoes. You know, when I grew up, my dad always put a horseshoe on the shed, right? And it was always like this. And I really wish I would have grabbed that when we moved out of the family home, because I would have liked to have kept that bit of good luck with me. And that charming memory of him nailing it up there on the shed. I thought it was cool. But the reason that people had done that in the past is for good luck, right? Sean was under the impression that if you do it this way, that it means that you were, you know, dumping out all your good luck. But that's actually not how the story goes. The story goes, if you hang it this way, you're spreading your goodwill and your good luck to the people that you love around you. So you can interpret it however you'd like, but on the old barn, if it's up or down, it's still good luck. It was especially not such good luck for the horse, I guess, with only 3 shoes. I don't know how that works. But the story actually goes back, and this, you know, again, this is a wives' tale kind of thing for entertainment purposes only. But they say the story actually goes back to a blacksmith who made a deal with the devil. Yeah, the devil went to this blacksmith and asked him to make a horseshoe for his hoof. And when he did, it was so painful for the devil that the devil, you know, said, listen, if you take this off, there will never be any harm to you or any of the people that you love. And so he took it off, and then the symbol that the devil wasn't supposed to go to those doors was to have the horseshoe over the door. So that's the back story on horseshoes and good luck. Anyway, I like a little good luck every now and again. I love to go to the casino. If you like to play the lottery, whatever it is, I'll take whatever good luck I can get. But I also love horses, and you know, that freedom, the freedom that's associated with just the animal itself and the feeling that you feel when you ride horses. We grew up in a rural community, very, it was literally on a horseshoe, the road that we grew up on. And in the early days, like when I was younger there, before it got developed, there was a lot of horses out there. We used to go out and ride bareback, and it's a really fond memory for me of when I was younger. So that darned horse, though, that threw me that time. We would ride bareback, right? And occasionally we would put a saddle on him. So I had a saddle on this little pony, and the pony had puffed out its belly. I didn't realize it, and I had cinched the thing. I can't even remember what it's called anymore, but cinched it underneath. And I'm up there and we're trotting, and as we're trotting, I'm going like this sideways. So the horse got the better of me that day, but it just brings back all kinds of really good memories. So if you have memories of maybe going to horse camp like I did, or riding horses, or maybe you grew up on a farm or in a rural community like I did, this is a really elegant and beautiful way to celebrate that. This is 20 points of really nice diamonds. $769.99 is the price. 2 easy pay of $385, a special memento, a good luck charm, something worn close to your heart. And you know, if you're the person that needs to have that in your life. I would love to have that. I think it's really cute. Let me see if I can show it to you on. Here it is on the bust to give you a nice close-up look of the quality of those diamonds. Again, these diamonds have been in the Earth's crust for several billions of years of time. And they're miracles of nature. I mean, they grew with pure carbon, under intense heat and pressure, and then sometimes they become a diamond, not every time. So when I'm buying jewelry, diamond jewelry, that is more from the heart, that is a more personal kind of gift, or commemorating something really special in my life, I go affinity. If I just want a big, bold, gooey, wonderful ring, just a nice high quality ring or an unusual fashion piece, I'll go Firelight. But you make the decision for you. Sometimes it comes down to style, right? Like you might go, well, yeah, I want that horseshoe necklace. I think it would be fantastic. Then that's what you buy. But know that as far as holding their value, because I get this value conversation all the time in diamonds, which I get it, you never get what you think you're going to get for your jewelry. All right, number one. Number two, natural diamonds from the earth are always going to hold their value better. At least that's the indicator. If you look historically as what's happened, they have held their value very well throughout the years. And they're really good, you know, nice things to pass down through the family just so they have a piece of you. Lab-grown diamonds, they're so new. I mean, you figure we just got involved in 2019. That's like yesterday in the world of jewelry. So we don't know what the future is going to hold for those. but they're diamonds, they're real diamonds, 100%. And so, yeah, I buy that too because I like the bigger, bolder, brighter diamonds, and I like some of the styles that we see in Firelight. I'd love to hear what you like. You know, what really gets you excited in the world of diamonds. Maybe you've got a special occasion coming up, a birthday, whatever it is, put it in the chat and we'll talk about it. All right, last but certainly not least, those of you that know me well know that I adore this ring. This was made by one of our best manufacturers, and it was something we tried that was really out of the box, very, very edgy. You're looking at it at home and you're going, it doesn't look all that edgy to me. Those, okay, they're black diamonds, that's different, but they're halo style. What could be unique about it? Haha, hang on, let me show you. These come to little points like pyramids, each diamond. So they took the diamond in the brilliant round faceting and they flipped it over. They set it table down. So this is very House of the Dragon. You know, this is very, very different. I mean, it just is. The inverted diamond story is kind of rough and ready, kind of edgy, you know, very strong, very sophisticated. It's not for everybody, I get that. But as a fun prize, oh my gosh, those are real black diamonds and then white diamond halos that are item number J446094. The very final few are on clearance. There's 75 points of diamonds and 44% off. So the best discounts of the show are this ring and then the 3-row band that we saw earlier. But I don't know, there's something really, really gorgeous about that. Again, they come to tips. Now, they don't catch my clothing. And in the past, I've done this when I've had it on to show you that it doesn't catch, but they do come to points, kind of handy to scratch if you got an itch. But more than that, it's just that edgy, kind of fun, rock and roll look that I think we've been missing in our inventory in natural diamonds. So I love that we tried this and we brought it in such a fun, cool way. So we bring you the trends and you're seeing more and more of them kind of coming into inventory. And I hope you do enjoy what we bring you. It's never too far from center. It's never costumey looking. When you can shop with us here at Affinity or Firelight, you're going to find kind of that transitional styling where the classic meets the more edgy, somewhere in the middle. That's how I like to live. If you were to take a walk around my house with me, you're going to see that I have very traditional taste, but I also have modern pieces that are blended in. That makes me feel comfortable. If that's the personality that you exude to the world, that you do a fairly conservative looks and values, but every now and again you like to step out a little bit, like to try something a little avant-garde. Man, this ring is it. It's, oh, I didn't even mention, it's $419.99 at QVC.com. So I think that's really phenomenal. It was $750. And that was a great price. Like I said, this is one of our best and one of our most daring manufacturers, which I appreciate. And it's got black rhodium bezel setting around each of the diamonds. So black rhodium is a derivative of pure platinum, but they can alloy it to give it a dark kind of gunmetal appearance. You hear David Markstein talking a lot about this. He's been using a lot of it in his Italian-inspired jewelry collection. And so this, yeah, we're using little touches of it every now and again, but not all that regularly, actually. I'd love your feedback. If you like it the way that I do, let me know. Maybe we'll bring in some other pieces, but that's J446094. Love it. So as I mentioned, Mom and I, my partner in crime, she is up in Philadelphia. I'm in Florida right now, but I'm literally leaving here and going to the airport so I can be with you tomorrow morning at 1 a.m. We've got a full hour of diamonds at QVC. And again, as always, I'd love to hear your feedback on the show. And the best way for you to let me know that you like it is if you would be kind enough to subscribe. Now, for those of you that have had your eye on a couple of things, I'll give you item numbers backwards through the slideshow, just so you can see your jewelry one more time. If I'm buying something in diamonds, I want to see it at least twice, right? So this is J446094. This is our diamond from the Earth brand, Affinity, 75 points. Again, it's on 2 Easy Pay at QVC.com today of $210. Love that ring. So tailored, black and white, will never go out of style. It's really cool. Speaking of really cool and great, the horseshoe necklace, J459607, is also from Affinity. It is $769.99, which is about 30% off at the .com today. 2 Easy Pay of $385. She is pretty. Good luck to you all that are wearing that. It's a gorgeous piece of jewelry. I want to take you to the first slide if I can find it. Well, this one works. I'll go back a little bit more. I really went crazy on the slide on that ring. You can tell I really loved it. This is the 1 carat mixed band, and it's pretty fresh into inventory. I think it's been seen once, maybe twice. So you got a good shot as far as sizing goes. It is a sale price. We're looking at $12.47, 3 easy pay of $4.16 on these. They come in either solid white gold or solid yellow gold. I really made a concerted effort to show you solid gold today because you've been asking for it. I want to know what you want. So please do put it in the chat or drop me a note. It's super helpful in putting together this program for you every week. And I do hope you can join us each week. By subscribing, you'll get a reminder, which is nice because then Mama Pat doesn't have to physically do that every night before she goes to bed on Tuesday. This mixed ring was gorgeous, but now we're looking at J459385. This is 1 perfect carat in a 3-row ring in 14 karat gold. This is 43% less at QVC.com today. It is only $1579.99. J459385. So romantic and beautiful. Love it. And then we started with the love knots. I gave you all kinds of history on the love knot, the Hercules knot, the sailor's knot. Those are on clearance for $389.99. They're on 2 easy pay of $195. That's almost 40% off. Well, with that being said, I'm going to sign off for now. I'm going to catch the plane, and again, I'll be there at 1 a.m. at QVC. Thank you for joining us. I hope you come back again. And it's always so nice to see all you there. I can't see your names till I get off the air and I can get real close and look, but it really makes me feel great when I see all of you in the chat. It's wonderful. All right, so have a really good day, and I'll talk to you later. Stay cool if you can. And don't forget about those little doggies. You want to keep those guys cool as well. All right, and the kitties. You know, all the animals. Keep them inside where it's nice and cool.